The coalition of the willing has been consolidating support for Ukraine during talks with President Volodymyr Zelensky. European leaders have one by one confirmed they'll join him during his White House trip. The group, which includes the leaders of the UK, France and Germany, will be hoping to avoid a repeat of the last time Volodymyr Zelensky visited Donald Trump at the Oval Office. This as Russia's president reportedly wants Ukraine to give up the Donbas region in order for a peace deal to go ahead.
Ukrainian officials say President Zelensky feels stabbed in the back, betrayed by America. He is desperately trying to shore up support among other allies. In Brussels, en route to Washington, he rejected Russian and now possibly US calls. He gives up land his enemy hasn't yet captured.
We need real negotiations, which means they can start where the front line is now. The contact line is the best line for talking.
European leaders are scrambling to respond and salvage what's left of Allied unity against Russia's invasion.
President Putin, will you agree to a ceasefire?
Far from confronting Putin in Alaska, Donald Trump has now, it seems, aligned himself with the Russian leader's demands, dropping his call for an immediate ceasefire and supporting the surrender of Ukrainian territory. President Zelensky will now fly to Washington with an escort of no less than 6 European leaders and the head of NATO to meet with President Trump.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now.
They hope to avert a repeat of the disastrous scenes in the Oval Office in February, when Donald Trump and his vice president rounded on President Zelensky. In the very difficult diplomacy ahead, Ukrainians will be making one demand above all: the need for security guarantees. Because if this war can be brought to an end, they must be confident that Putin can't come back and take even more of their land in future. But it's US-Russian calls for Ukraine to give up land causing the deepest concern here. Ukrainians have been at war trying to keep the Donbas in eastern Ukraine since 2014. They fought some of their fiercest battles defending territory they're now being told to surrender. In Kyiv, civilians watch a film showing the battle in one town in the Donbas. Andriy Poluhin has been fighting Russians there on and off for a decade. He says Putin's claim he wants to end the war and the killing cannot be trusted.
It's lie. It's lie where Trump believes it. It's obviously a lie. I think it's not only my thoughts or our society, Ukrainian ones. Everybody who deal with Russia understands it, just lie.
But on Trump's team, there is a readiness to believe the Russians. His negotiator, Steve Witkoff, was hinting Ukraine will be asked to give up land in return for the Russian promise of peace.
The Russians made some concessions at the table with regard to all 5 of those regions. There is an important discussion to be had with regard to Donetsk and what would happen there. And that discussion is going to specifically be detailed on Monday.
Will you commit to not killing any more civilians?
Ukraine fears a deal stitched up between Russia's leader and his ally in the White House will be presented as an ultimatum. That could stretch the alliance against Putin to breaking point. Dominic Waghorn, Sky News, Kyiv.